Well, good morning. Here it is already November the 28th. How time flies. But this Sunday, December 1st, will be the first Sunday in Advent. So we're heading into that Christmas season again, and I thought I'd give you some things to read. If you're looking for some books to read to get you in the Christmas spirit, I have a few suggestions for you. And so let's get right to it. Oh, by the way, during Advent, each Sunday in Advent, being that everyone has enjoyed the Christmas quizzes I've done the last 2 or 3 years, we will be doing it again this year, and it will be done each Sunday in Advent. So be watching for that. December 1st, Sunday, December 1st, we'll have our first Christmas quiz upload. All right, let's get to the book, shall we? Well, the first one is called A Quilt for Christmas, and it's written by Melody Carlson. She's one of my favorite Christian authors, and it's just a very enjoyable book. Actually, my wife and I read this together last year. We would have a quiet time, the two of us, and we read a chapter a night. But this is the book, A Quilt for Christmas. Let's see if I can move my fingers out of the way, by Melody Carlson. The next one's an old classic, and it's by our friend Charles Dickens. Well, if you are a fan of classic Christmas, you will know that he wrote the story A Christmas Carol with Scrooge and the ghosts of Christmas past, Christmas present, and Christmas future. Well, he also wrote this little lovely little book called A Christmas Tree. And it's a delightful little book about a Christmas tree. You can enjoy that one. This is another book that I highly recommend. You may have seen the movie called The Christmas Box. This is by the same author. This is by Richard Paul Evans, and it's The Christmas List. Another delightful book to get you in the Christmas spirit. Now, if you're looking for something a little more spiritual or inspirational, Max Lucado is a fantastic author. If you've never read any Max Lucado books, I highly recommend him. And this is one that's actually, you would start this on the 1st of December and read it right through Christmas Day. It's a devotion for each day. It's Max Lucado in the Manger. I would recommend this one as well. My wife and I do a Christmas devotion, Advent devotion each year through each day of Advent to lead up to Christmas. And we used this one, I believe it was last year. Another enjoyable book. It's something you can sit down and read in one sitting, and it's another old Christmas classic by O. Henry, and it's called The Gift of the Magi. So there you are. You can see that one. It has a good moral to it, and I think you'll enjoy it if you haven't read it before. Another Max Lucado book, which is also a great one to get you in the Christmas spirit and mood, is Because of Bethlehem. There is Hope for Tomorrow. Another wonderful Christian author who writes novels that I know you would enjoy. Even if you're not a Christian, they're still good, clean stories that intrigue and hold your interest. And this one is actually the first of a set of, I can't remember, 3 or 4 books, but it's a book you can read just on its own if you want, or you can carry on and read the rest. But the author is Dan Walsh, and the book is called The Unfinished Gift. And I really engrossing and holds your interest, and just a fantastic story, and very much, again, one that'll put you in that Christmas spirit. Going back to classics again, how many of you have heard of The Lord of the Rings? Yeah? Well, you are familiar with J.R.R. Tolkien in that case. Well, he wrote this delightful book called Letters from Father Christmas. And if you haven't read it, it's just such a delight that I would highly recommend it. If you have grandchildren or children, it's a fun book to read with them. So again, I would recommend this as a good pre-Christmas, leading up to Christmas book to enjoy and get. Did you know that at one time, before children wrote letters to Santa Claus, the tradition was that Santa Claus wrote letters to the children? That's true. Somewhere along the line we reversed it and started sending the children's letters to Santa Claus, but it used to be that Santa wrote to them. And last but certainly not least, another Christmas classic. This one kind of touches my heritage. For those of you who don't know, I'm Scot-Welsh, and some Anglo-Saxon thrown in there for good measure. But from my Welsh heritage on my mother's side, there's a lovely Welsh author that if you haven't read any of his works, I recommend them, and especially for Christmas, this is another delightful book that you would enjoy, A Child's Christmas in Wales by Dylan Thomas. So there you have it. There's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 books. There's others, of course, as well. If you have any you'd like to recommend, please let me know in the comments. But these 9 are ones I've read and can highly recommend to you if you're looking for something to build you up and prepare the way for that wonderful celebration of Christmas. These 9 are definitely ones I would recommend. So until Sunday, when we have our first Christmas quiz, 10 questions, we'll see how well you do. Take care, stay safe, and God bless.